Okay? So if I'm setting this up with my y's on top, you may want to set up my equation. Okay, Evan, what do you got?
For y is -5 plus, I mean, not plus, I'm sorry, I did, well, -5 minus -1, and, for x, -4 minus -4.
Good, and then I'm taking it, you've made the double negatives positive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right, is everybody okay with that so far?
Yes.
Okay, so then what do we end up with on the top here?
-4.
Well, so -4, and then what would we end up on the bottom with?
0.
Okay, I have not seen one right answer yet. Anybody want to take a shot? What you got, Evan? No, not 0.
I got 4.
No, not -4.
Undefined.
-4 divided by 1
Undefined.
Undefined.
is -4. It's undefined, okay? You cannot divide by a 0, okay? So your answer here is undefined. When you have a 0 on the bottom, that's undefined. Now, kind of side note, so write this down just below there. Okay? If you were to work it out and end up with something like 3 divided by 0, or no, sorry, change that around. 0 divided by 3. What do you think your answer here would be?
0.
Yeah, this is 0. So 0 on top is good to go. When I put 0 on the bottom, that's undefined. Okay? So when I have a 0 on the bottom, that means I have a vertical line going up and down. Okay? When I have a slope of 0, it means I have a horizontal line. Okay? So horizontal is 0, up and down is vertical. Okay? Which is undefined. All right. Now we are going to skip example 3 and come back to that on Monday. I want you to go down to rate of change. We're going to look at this problem. This is our last one for today. Okay? Okay, definition of rate of change. How much one quantity changes with respect to time. Rate of change is a fancy way of saying slope. All right? So when you see the word rate of change, you are still finding slope. Okay? The difference between rate of change and slope is that on rate of change, you're going to find the slope, so you're going to do what we've been doing, but you're going to go ahead and take it into a decimal form. So we need a decimal answer. Okay? Decimal answer here. So you're just going to find slope and then just take it to a decimal answer. That's the difference between rate of change and slope. They're basically the same thing. Okay? Now, just as a quick review, the x value is known as independent or dependent? Independent. So you just said independent. You're right. Independent. Okay, independent. Independent will always be time. Okay? Independent is always your time variable. Okay? So, in other words, guys, your x value, okay, your x value will always be time. Okay? We talked about that in chapter 1. That's a review. So my y value then is known as what? Dependent. Very good. So dependent. Okay. All right. So now we're going to look at example 4 here, and I just made this up. Okay. This is not actual. Okay. In 2000, there were approximately 75 students in the Cathedral High School band. In 2012, that number increased to 105. Find the annual rate of change and explain what it means. Okay? So right here, rate of change is just telling you to find slope. That's all that says. Rate of change means find the slope. Okay? Now, the problem here is you don't have coordinate points. You have to come up with a coordinate point. But it's not that hard because you know your time is going to be your what value? X. Okay? So when you're writing a coordinate point here, we know that 2,000 is your x value, and then what is directly related to 2,000? 75 students. Okay? So then what do you think your second coordinate point here is going to be?
105.
Good, 2012 and 105. Okay? So now, we're just setting up slope. Exact same thing we've been doing, all right? So who thinks they can set this up? Anyone want to try to set it up? Okay, Kevin?
Is it the one that's like, what, X1, okay. So 2000 would be X1, 75 would be Y2.
Okay, yeah, that's right, so x1, y1.
And then you have 105 minus 75 divided by 2000 minus 2012.
Close.
Or is it-
2000.
Yeah, if you say 105 minus 75, then it's 112 minus 2000. Always keep it in just the order where you start. Okay? All right. So what is 105 minus 75?
30.
What was that?
30.
30? 80? I have too much sugar in your guys' brains right now. Okay, so 105 minus 75 is 30, and then what is 2012 minus 2000? 12. Okay, now the difference is, like I said, you need to go ahead and get the decimal answer here. So what do we end up with?
2.5.
Good, 2.5. Now, the last step here says write what this means. Okay? So I want to kind of highlight another word up here for you, and that is the word annual. What am I talking about when I say annual? Okay, I'm talking about yearly, okay? So if it's yearly, and I've got 2.5, anybody think they got an idea how to write that in a sentence? So what's going on? So yearly, what's happening? What's a 2.5?
2.5 students are going to the first grade.
Good, okay. So the band is increasing. It's really important to talk about, are we going up or down? Increasing, can't put the G on there, by 2.5 students per year. Okay, yes ma'am.
Since, like, you can't have, like, half a person, would you round that? or
No,
would you
that's a
just
great
do it?
question, great question. You don't want to round off the 2.5. What it's saying is on average. So that means 1 year, maybe I had 2 people join. The next year I had 3. 1 year, nobody joined. Then all of a sudden 5 people joined. It's just saying on average, I'm picking up 2.5 people per year, or 2 to 3 people a year, on average. Okay? So it's just an average, don't round it off, keep it exact. Okay? Anybody else have a question for me? Okay. Let's go ahead, get your